Do you want to know how to craft the perfect social media post that's going to get you a ton of engagement, go viral, and get hundreds, maybe even thousands of people to click on your website and order from you? Yeah, me too. So when you figure it out, will you let me know? Because the truth is that's not how sales happen on social media typically. I think a lot of times when we come onto social media, that's a big conception that people have, is that sales happen from your posts. And that if we can only think of the perfect post to post that will get people to my website ordering from me, that will go viral, that will get tons of comments of people saying, tell me more, I'm interested. If we sometimes we think that's how it's going to happen. And the truth is, that is not how things happen on social media. Even if let's say you even had a post that went viral, okay, that got you millions of views, went viral. What you're probably going to get from a post like that is followers and engagement, but you're still not going to get many sales because those people don't know you yet, right? And people need to know, like, and trust people on social media or period in life in order to buy from them. So let's say it went viral. You're most likely going to get engagement and get followers from that post, but you're not going to get sales. Or let's say you've got a post that maybe it does go viral and you've got a lot of comments that say, tell me more, I'm interested, all those things. And you have these great comments on there. The sales still aren't going to happen in that post. You still need to know, what are you going to do with these people after you post? How are you going to seal the deal? And so the thing is, the common misconception people have is that sales happen from your posts, but that's not the truth. The truth is that everything happens in the DMs. It happens in private message. All of your booking is going to happen in the DMs. All of your sales are going to happen in the DMs. All of your coaching, all of your follow-up, all of that is going to happen in the DMs. Everything happens in the DMs. So yes, posts are important. Yes, content is important, but it's just one part of your strategy. It is not the most important thing. And the real purpose for posts is to attract people to you, attract people to your account, show them the value that you have to offer, and then get them into the DMs where you can have a booking conversation with them, or a closing conversation with them, or a selling conversation with them. So that's why today the topic of this week is really how to increase your sales on social media. But the truth is, in order to increase your sales on social media, you have got to get people in the DMs. Rarely are you going to have that post. I mean, that is so rare. We just have to accept the fact that's never going to happen for you. It will never happen for anybody watching this video. And if it does, that is super, super rare. So we cannot rely on posts to sell for us. We can only rely on posts to drive people to our DMs, or drive people to our accounts, and eventually drive them to our DMs. So today's topic, because the big question that people always want to know when I say everything happens in the DMs, they're like, okay, that's great, but how do I get people in the DMs? How do I initiate that conversation? So tell me in the comments, have you wondered, like, how do I get people in the DMs? How do I get those conversations started so I can book them, coach them, sell them, recruit them, all of that there. So today I'm going to teach you 3 non-spammy ways to initiate DMs. And what I mean by non-spammy, we're not talking about cold reach outs, okay? Cold reach outs would be those hey girl messages to people you don't know or you haven't talked to in a while, that gets you maybe a quick booking if they even respond to you, but it's really not an authentic way to be working your business. You want to be having conversations with people in the DMs who are actually interested in what you have to offer. And you want people who are actually initiating the conversation with you. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that today. So take out your notebooks, people. Today, I'm giving you the goods. I'm telling you exactly how to get people in the DMs so that you can close more sales, book more people, and get more team members. Does that sound good to you? Tell me that in the comments if that is what you want today, because that is what you are getting. So we already said everything happens in the DMs. So I'm going to give you 3 strategies. So strategy number 1 is to send a welcome message to new followers. This is actually the only strategy out of the 3 where it has you reaching out, but you're only reaching out to the people who have clicked the follow button. So and when someone clicks the follow button, that is tacit agreement that they want to see your content, that they are interested in you, that they want to hear from you, that they are interested in what you have to offer. So when someone clicks that follow button, they're initiating, and you're going to send them a welcome message to all new followers. And you guys, I did this the other day. It was really funny. I was making this training video because we just updated a course in our academy called Connect and Convert, and it's all about scripts. And so to video a lesson where I was showing sending this new follower message. And I'll be honest, I have not done this in a while because I haven't needed to. I don't mean that to brag, but I'm just saying when your account gets to a certain size, you don't have to be sending welcome messages to new followers because you have people who are initiating you in those other two ways a whole lot. And so you don't need to do that. But I initiated this, okay? And I don't even know if she's watching, but she might be watching. But I initiated this with one of my brand new followers, and I sent a welcome message to her, which I haven't done in forever. And we had this conversation, and I sold to her, and she became a new student of ours. In a conversation that maybe she just needed that personal reach out. So that was really interesting to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to be sending these out more often to my new followers. So it works. And you guys, she purchased within 24 hours. I mean, it was less than 24 hours. I sent out that message, and then she responded, and then we had a conversation. I was like, you know what? I'd recommend this to you. And then boom, she became a student in our academy. So I thought that was super cool. So I highly recommend this method. So this is the welcome message. So here's an example of what you might send to somebody. And you just say, hey, Jenny, I saw you started following me, and I just wanted to reach out and say hello. It's nice to meet you virtually. What prompted you to follow my account? So let's break this down, and let's talk about what makes this a good script. Okay, why this is something good. Because the thing is, when you send this new follower message, you want to get them on topic with you. Okay. You don't want to just send a follower message that's like, hey, I just wanted to reach out, and how are you doing? And then that opens up a whole thing. They could be talking about their family. They could be talking about their job. They could be talking about the drama that's going on in their life right there. And that's not the conversation you want to have. You want to be having a conversation about what she's struggling with beauty-wise and how you can help solve that problem. You want to be a diagnoser of that problem. So your welcome message needs to have a question in it that prompts that conversation. So I love a question like, what prompted you to follow my account? And if your account is set up well, and if you have clarity in your bio and your content is staying on brand with what you are trying to offer, and it is very valuable to them, she's going to tell you something along the lines of, well, I've been looking for a new skincare routine. I was looking at skincare tips, and I saw that you had some great tips on skincare. And then you can come back with something like, oh, awesome. I'm glad that we connected then. Tell me a bit more. What are you struggling with? Maybe I can help. Okay, so then it opens that conversation. She might follow your account and say, hey, I've been looking for some new makeup tips, and I saw you had some great tips for, natural looking makeup, and I just wanted to follow you for that. So she's going to say something about your content, and that's going to prompt the right conversation. It's really important that you prompt the right conversation with her. Otherwise, you're just wasting a ton of time having random conversations with people that don't mean anything to your business. And then you have to do a second step and transition that random conversation to talking about what you want to be talking about with her, right? So that's really good. Another question that you could ask is, you could say, what brought you to my corner of the internet? Or I love to ask, this is what I ask in mine. I say, let me know, what other content would you like to see me posting here on my account? Because she's going to tell you, either she's going to say, I love what you post already. And then I come back with that. Great. Oh my gosh. So you're interested in Instagram strategies to help grow your business. What's your story? How long have you been with Mary Kay? I'll say something like that, and I'll go look at her profile and I'll ask that, and that prompts the right conversation with me. She might say something like, well, I'd love to see more posts on foundation matching, or I'd love to see something on clearing up adult acne. And then she's struggling with that and she's looking for that. So I like asking what content they want to see. Depending on what the topic is of your account, pick the appropriate question, but you want to ask a question there that's going to initiate the right conversation. Okay, so this is the welcome post. So I highly recommend that you do this strategy. So that's strategy number one, is to send a welcome message to every new follower who follows you. And by the way, if it's been like a few weeks since they started following you, you can say, hey, I just noticed you started following me and I wanted to reach out and say hello. And by the way, I've had some great feedback on this. Like people have said, that is so nice that you reach out to new followers and you introduce yourself. Like people have told me, like, thank you for reaching out to me. That means so much that you took the time, and they're going to think that about you too. So I highly recommend this, and I'm adding this back to my routine. All right, number 2. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this one. This is keywords. Okay. And I do not mean keywords in your post that get you searched for in the search engine on Instagram. I am talking about keywords that prompt a message in the DMs. For example, let me pull this up. You might see on my account me doing something like this, and maybe this is how you found me. So let me pull this up. I'm going to share my screen here. I'm going to show you a post. Actually, let me switch profiles. Okay, there we go. So you might see something like where I'm like, hey, do you want to join us for this training? Text the keyword, DM me the keyword Pearl, and I'll send you the link. Or I promote our group and I say, DM me group, and I'll send you the link to our group. So it's a keyword that you ask for in your captions or your stories, and you ask them to DM you that keyword. Why is this such a great strategy? Sorry, I'm having to do a code here. And why is this such a great strategy? Well, number one, it makes it super easy for them to initiate with you. A lot of times we don't get we don't get DMs started because people don't know what to say. Right? You're like, DM me to chat. So what are they going to send with? Hey, you said on your post that you talked to me about this, and I'm just DMing you to chat. Like that hardly ever happens. So if you give a keyword, you make it super easy for them to do. It also makes it really easy to automate this. So let me share my screen with you here, and I'm going to show you some examples of what I do. So you can see this, like I've got reply Pearl to enroll. I've got Tuesday trainings. I say DM me group to join. And maybe that's how you met. Maybe that's how you got into our group, is that you DM'd me group. This one right here, I said, DM me the keyword Pearl for the link. And then that initiates a conversation with them in the DMs that will get them interacting with you, and then you can respond to them. You can also set up automations. I use ManyChat for that, but that's up to you. So this is what it might look like. They text me the word group, and I say, hey, Jenny, I'm so excited for you to join us inside our Facebook community, Brit's Beauty Lounge. Here's the link to the group, and then you include the link right there. But then it opens the conversation. So maybe tomorrow you send a follow-up. Maybe tomorrow you note this, you star this, how you can star, you can flag DMs in Instagram, and you flag it. And tomorrow, maybe you get back in touch with Jenny and you say, hey, Jenny, so excited that you joined our group. What did you think about the stuff you saw in there? So you can follow up with them because you've already got this conversation going on. So you could also say something like, when they say group, you could also that could initiate a conversation. I'm so excited for you to join us inside of our Facebook community. Tell me a little bit more. What are you looking for in regards to your beauty regimen? You can send that after you send them the link, and then you can get that conversation started there as well, and perhaps even close them right on the spot that day. Okay, so that's keywords. They are awesome. Another good one would be SOS. Okay, if you want help customizing your skincare, your makeup, text me the word SOS. I use Biz for if you're interested in the business opportunity. If you're interested in earning some extra income this fall, message me the word Biz and we'll chat. So give them a keyword to initiate that conversation. You'll be amazed how many people will do this. It's awesome. And it's such a great way to get the conversation started. All right. And the last way, which is a super cool way, is through Instagram stories, because stories are awesome. Because when people reply to your story or they engage on your story, it doesn't go into public comments the way your posts do. When someone replies to your stories, it goes to your DMs. So if you post an awesome story and ask a great question that will get them to reply to you, it will initiate the conversation. So I'm going to show you an example right here. So for example, I posted something in here that says, tell me, are you struggling with this too? She responds, yes, totally. And you'll see what story she responded to. And then you might follow up with, hey girl, thanks for your response and willingness to share that you're struggling there too. Tell me more, what's going on? And you can have that conversation with her. So when people reply to your stories, they're able to, you can interact with them in the DM. So they initiate the conversation. Same thing with keywords. They're initiating versus you doing these cold reach outs and these spammy, hey girl messages. They're initiating with you, which is a really, really cool strategy. And that's why stories are so powerful. And that's why we have stories as the third part of your power hour. Because if you're doing stories, you're getting people to initiate in the DMs, which is where everything happens. You want them in the DMs. Other ways here would be using the engagement stickers, such as the poll button. You might say something like, hey, do you want some tips for, or you could say something like, do you struggle with your eyebrows? Which I realized I didn't do my eyebrows today. Do you struggle with your eyebrows, with shaping your eyebrows? And they can put yes or no. And those who say yes, guess what? You can respond to the people who said yes. Hey, I saw that you responded to my poll sticker that you struggle with shaping your eyebrows. Would you like to set up a time and I can talk you through that and give you some tips? Or you might say something like, hey, do you want a free sample of this new product? And if they say yes, or you could do yes or heck yes. And then that way, no matter what they respond to, you can get back to them. You can be like, hey, I can't wait to get you this sample there, and you can figure that out with them. And then you always book a time with them to follow up with them or to have an appointment with them or that sort of thing. So those are my 3 favorite ways to initiate conversations in the DM. So here is my assignment for you today. I want you to pick one of these today. Pick one of these that you're going to try. And if you don't know where to start, go send a welcome message to your new followers. Start with that one and just welcome them for following you and ask them a question that initiates the right conversation. So today I want you to pick one. So tell me in the comments, which one are you going to pick? Which one are you going to start with today that you're going to give a try to get some more DMs conversation started? And if you want some more help with this and you want to know more how to make sales in your social media strategy, specifically Instagram, then I highly recommend, if you have not taken our free mini course yet, our Leads for Life mini course, I teach you a lead generation system, how to use Instagram and create it into a system so that it's not about posting. Posting is just one part of your strategy. I talk about what do you do after you post? How do you get them to seal the deal? How do you actually close them? How do you get them from follower to customer? And so we talked about that in the mini course. So if you have not taken the mini course yet, please register for the mini course. I highly recommend you do so. It is in the welcome message of our group or the description of our group. There's a direct link where you can get started with that mini course. And if you've been here going like, I don't know where to get, maybe you want to work with me, maybe you want to see what we have to offer, you want some deeper training and you don't know where to start that mini course, start there. That is where to start. And that will take you wherever you want to go and you'll know your next step after that. So hopefully that's helpful to you. So Nicole, I love, said, I'm going to do them all. So yes, all 3 of these are great system or are great strategies for getting those DMs started without ever having to send a spammy, weird, hey girl message to somebody who doesn't want to hear from you, right? It's not cold reach outs. We're reaching out to the people who have already initiated with you. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful to you. So go get those DMs going because everything happens in the DMs. Okay, everything. So that's where the magic happens. I'm rooting for you. You got this. And I'll see you at the next Tuesday